My beloved brothers and sisters, today I wish to remind myself and yourselves about the importance of remaining positive, even when we find ourselves surrounded by negativity, when life throws at us challenges that seem too heavy, when the world around us feels dark and we feel as though we are drowning in problems. Remember that our attitude, our mindset, our reliance on the Almighty, and our ability to turn to Him sincerely can transform any situation into an opportunity for growth and a source of strength. Life was never meant to be without hardship from the beginning of time. The Almighty has told us that we will be tested in many ways. The test is not meant to break us, but rather to shape us, to bring out the best within us, to purify us, and to draw us closer to our Creator. When we look at hardship with this understanding, we immediately realize that there is always a way to remain hopeful, always a way to find goodness even when things appear bleak, always a way to discover light even in darkness. When you find yourself in a difficult situation, the first step is to pause and remind yourself that this too is from the Almighty. He knows what you are going through. He is fully aware of your pain, and He has not abandoned you. The mere fact that He knows is enough to give you comfort. You are not alone. Sometimes in the depth of hardship, the mind begins to whisper thoughts of despair, thoughts that suggest you have been left to suffer alone, but in reality you have never been more under the care of your Lord. Every tear is known to Him, every heartbeat is within His knowledge, every sigh you release is counted by Him. That realization alone brings positivity to the heart. A positive mindset in a negative situation begins with gratitude. It might sound unusual because gratitude is often associated with moments of ease and happiness, but in truth, gratitude is most powerful when it is practiced during hardship. Think about it. When everything is going smoothly, it is easy to say Alhamdulillah and to thank the Almighty. But when you are struggling, when you have lost something dear, when you are in pain, and yet you still manage to say Alhamdulillah, I know my Lord is in control, that statement shines brighter than 1,000 praises uttered in comfort. It is a testimony of faith. It is a sign that you are refusing to allow negativity to define you. Another important aspect of positivity is patience. Patience is not merely waiting, it is waiting with calmness, with acceptance, with trust. Many people wait, but they wait in agitation, in frustration, in anger. That is not patience. True patience is when you endure with the belief that the Almighty has planned something better, that He will never let your hardship go to waste. This belief is what allows you to smile even when your heart is heavy. It allows you to carry on with dignity, without collapsing in hopelessness. Remember, every situation you face in life has two sides. One side is the hardship itself, the challenge, the pain. The other side is the opportunity it carries, the lessons, the growth, the closeness to the Almighty, the purification of sins, and the strengthening of your character. The one who remains positive chooses to focus on the latter. This does not mean ignoring the reality of pain. Pain is real and it is okay to feel it, but it means not allowing that pain to consume your entire being. It means recognizing that even within the pain, there is purpose and there is something to be gained. Often people lose hope because they measure their lives only by the temporary world. They ask themselves, why am I suffering so much? Why is this happening to me? But when you look at life with the lens of eternity, you realize that a few years of difficulty here can translate into an eternity of ease and bliss. That realization alone can help you remain positive in the darkest of moments. Positivity is also nurtured by the company you keep. When you are surrounded by people who constantly complain, who focus only on the negative, who highlight what is wrong without appreciating what is right, you begin to adopt that mindset. On the other hand, when you are surrounded by people who remind you of the Almighty, who encourage you to look at the brighter side, who tell you to remain hopeful, your entire perception of life changes. It becomes easier to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It becomes easier to smile where others frown. When you wake up in the morning, remind yourself that this day is a gift. You may not control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. The Almighty has granted you the ability to choose your attitude. Choose gratitude, choose patience, choose positivity. Remind yourself that every hardship has an expiry date. Nothing lasts forever. Your pain will pass, your struggle will ease, and a day will come when you will look back and realize that the difficulty you faced was actually the reason you grew stronger, the reason you achieved something greater, the reason you became closer to your Lord. In moments of hardship, turn to prayer. Prayer is not only about asking for solutions, it is about finding peace in the presence of the Almighty. When you place your head on the ground and cry to your Lord, you are not just presenting your problems, you are releasing your burden, handing it over to the one who is capable of solving it. That act itself fills the heart with positivity because you realize you are not carrying the load alone. My beloved brothers and sisters, the tongue has a powerful role in shaping positivity. The words you utter even in solitude affect your mindset. If you constantly say, "I cannot do this," "I am ruined," "I am a failure," those words begin to shape your reality. But if you say, "With the help of the Almighty, I will manage. This is tough, but it will pass. I trust my Lord," those words plant seeds of hope in your heart. Be careful with what you say about yourself and your situation. Choose words that uplift, that heal, that strengthen. Sometimes the smallest acts can help you remain positive. A smile, even when forced at first, begins to lighten the heart. Helping someone in need shifts your focus from your own pain to the joy of giving. Remembering the blessings you still have prevents you from drowning in the sea of what you have lost. These little acts are like rays of light piercing through darkness. They might seem small, but together they brighten your entire world. Negativity often whispers that you are finished, that there is no way out. But the Almighty tells us again and again that with hardship comes ease, not after hardship, but with hardship. This means that even as you are suffering, there is already ease surrounding you. The key is to look for it, to focus on it, to hold on to it. The one who does so is never completely engulfed by darkness. My beloved brothers and sisters, when the storms of life come your way, remember that storms never last forever. They come, they shake the trees, they cause fear, but soon the skies clear again, and what remains is the strength you develop during the storm. A negative situation is never permanent, and you must not let a temporary condition define your entire existence. Your story is far greater than one chapter of hardship. Positivity in difficulty is not about pretending that everything is perfect. It is about acknowledging the challenge, but choosing to see the lesson. It is about recognizing the loss but still finding something to thank the Almighty for. It is about feeling the pain but refusing to lose hope. Every time you remind yourself of these truths, your heart becomes stronger, your mind becomes calmer, and your spirit becomes brighter. Think of the times in your past when you faced trials. At that moment, you may have thought you would never make it. Yet here you are today, having survived those difficulties. The Almighty carried you then, and He will carry you again. Reflecting on past struggles and how you overcame them is a powerful way to nurture positivity in your present. If you look carefully, you will see that every struggle left you with some form of growth, wisdom, resilience, empathy, or closeness to the Almighty. That realization should remind you that today's hardship will also leave you with gifts, even if you cannot yet see them. Another way to remain positive is to guard your thoughts. The human mind is like a garden. If you allow weeds of negativity to grow unchecked, soon the entire garden is consumed. But if you constantly plant seeds of hope, faith, and patience, you will see flowers bloom even in barren soil. Whenever a negative thought enters your mind, replace it with a positive reminder. When your mind whispers, "This is too much for me," remind yourself, the Almighty does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. When your mind says, "I am finished," remind yourself, "My Lord is capable of all things." Training your thoughts in this way turns the heart into a source of light, no matter how dark the world around you may be. Beloved brothers and sisters, positivity does not mean passiveness. It does not mean sitting idle and expecting things to change on their own. Remaining positive includes taking steps, even small ones, towards improvement. If you are in financial difficulty, look for lawful means of earning, however small they may be, while trusting the Almighty to bless them. If you are struggling with health, take care of your body, seek treatment while asking your Lord to grant you healing. If you are burdened by sadness, Engage in acts of worship, keep yourself productive, and allow your heart to heal slowly. These actions, coupled with reliance on the Almighty, keep negativity away because you know you are doing your part while trusting Him with the outcome. Many times people lose their positivity because they compare their hardships with the apparent ease of others. They think, why is my life so difficult while theirs seems so easy? But in truth, everyone has their own struggles, hidden from the eyes of the world. What you see is never the full picture. The moment you stop comparing and instead focus on your own journey, your heart finds peace. The Almighty knows what you need, when you need it, and how you will receive it. Trust that His plan for you is perfect, even if you cannot yet understand it. Sometimes positivity is found in silence. When a situation provokes you, when words of others hurt you, when negativity surrounds you, remain calm. Not every comment needs a response. Not every insult deserves a reply. Not every rumor requires defense. Silence, when chosen wisely, is not weakness, it is strength. It protects your peace, it preserves your dignity, and it allows you to rise above negativity. One of the most powerful ways to nurture positivity in hardship is to serve others. When you help someone in need, even while you are struggling, you experience a unique form of healing. Your own problems feel lighter when you bring relief to another. Giving food to the hungry, visiting the sick, comforting the broken-hearted. These acts not only bring reward from the Almighty, but also fill your own soul with light. Suddenly, the negativity around you loses its grip, and you feel the sweetness of kindness replacing the bitterness of pain. Brothers and sisters, let us remember that every day is an opportunity to reset our mindset. Perhaps yesterday you fell into despair. Perhaps yesterday you allowed negativity to overcome you, but today is new. Today you can choose hope. Today you can choose trust in the Almighty. Today you can choose patience and gratitude. Do not let the mistakes of yesterday define your tomorrow. Every sunrise is a reminder that no matter how dark the night, light always returns. The Almighty tells us that after hardship comes ease, and with hardship comes ease. This is not a distant promise. It is a reality that unfolds every single day. The fact that your heart still beats, that your lungs still breathe, that your soul still connects to its Lord, is itself ease in the midst of hardship. Do not belittle these blessings. Sometimes we wait for a grand change and overlook the small mercies that surround us every moment. Recognizing them keeps the flame of positivity alive. When you feel overwhelmed, take a step back and remember who is in control. Your situation may be beyond your capacity, but it is never beyond His. The door you think is closed forever, He can open in an instant. The pain you think will never end, He can replace with joy in a moment. Your task is to remain steadfast, to continue calling out to Him, to remain positive even when you cannot yet see the way forward. That trust alone brings calmness that no negative situation can take away. My beloved brothers and sisters, positivity is not only for your own heart, it is also a gift you give to others. When you remain hopeful in front of your family, they too gain strength. When you smile despite your pain, you remind others that it is possible. When you share words of encouragement, you lift the hearts of those who are about to give up. In this way, your positivity becomes a source of light, not only for you, but for everyone around you. So, in every difficulty, tell yourself, I will not allow this hardship to define me. I will not let this negativity consume me. I will search for the blessing hidden within this trial. I will trust my Lord's plan. I will hold on to patience and gratitude. I will continue to walk forward with hope, and I will emerge from this situation stronger than I entered it. And as you walk through life with this mindset, you will find that even the heaviest burdens become bearable, even the darkest nights are lit with hope, and even the most painful losses become doors to greater gifts from your Lord. Your heart will find peace, your mind will find clarity, and your soul will find joy. Not because your life is free of hardship, but because you have learned the art of remaining positive through it all. My brothers and sisters, remember this always. No hardship lasts forever. No pain remains unchanged. No darkness is permanent. The Almighty who created you is the same one who will guide you through every trial. Trust Him. Rely on Him. Thank Him. Be patient for His sake. And you will see the doors of ease open in ways you never imagined. That is true positivity. That is true strength. That is true success. And with that, I pray that the Almighty grants us all the ability to remain hopeful in hardship, to see light in darkness, to find gratitude in loss, to remain patient in pain, and to emerge from every trial with stronger faith, a purer heart, and a more positive spirit. May peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you all.